person trying to be consistent. I want to be the best at helping people build consistency, and I currently really do have the awareness that I'm not the best yet. Well, that's why I need to rehearse consistently on a day-to-day basis. And hey, my final term exam has already finished, so I have lots of time, more than 1 month to basically lock into content creation, lock into rehearse, lock into write scripts, and also create videos and stuff. And yeah, basically I'm gonna lock in content creation. So yeah, I'm gonna be rehearsing today, and to be honest, for day 349, I'm just gonna be making one really long video. Okay, it's just gonna cover the basics, but it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe like more than 10 minutes long. Isn't that like pretty long? So I don't know. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna rehearse the old some of some of the old video scripts that I have. Yeah, a few disclaimers that the ideas that I'm presenting here are not necessarily mine. It's not originally 100% mine. Or, it's also from other creators. I also get it from other creators, from other books, from other people, and also definitely from my own experiences. So, on today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about the principle of clear association. In this case, it's clear place association. Okay, you need to make some really clear distinction. Where do you want it to be doing something? So actually you can apply this principle to literally anything. If you wanted to be consistent at studying, if you wanted to be consistent at exercising, if you wanted to be consistent at meditating, literally anything, you can definitely use this principle. Okay, but on today's video I'm going to be using the example of I'm going to be using the example of studying. Okay, I'm going to be using the example of studying, and yeah, basically you guys can drop anything on the chat box if you have any question or anything. So hey, let's start. So there's a time in my life when I always fail whenever I try to be consistent at exercising. Okay? well, no, sorry. There's this time in my life where I always fail to consistently do my studying. Okay? So here's the thing. The reason is that I always study in my bed. Okay? In my bedroom, in my bed. I just lay down and read some books, do my assignments and stuff. Why? Because here's the thing, it feels really comfortable to just lay down and do my stuff there. Okay, it's pretty reasonable. You guys might actually also relate to it. But the problem here is after 20 minutes of studying, I always get sleepy. Then I voluntarily or involuntarily fall asleep. And actually, if I think about it, the 20 minutes studying session isn't really effective at all. Because hey, when during the 20 minutes studying session, I always have this feeling of sleepiness inside of my mind. Okay, I always wanted to sleep. I cannot stop imagine the comfort of the comfortable feeling of just stop studying and start sleeping. And why this happens though? Okay, why do I always get sleepy whenever I study in my bed? Well, I believe the answer is pretty simple. I believe it's because my brain already have this association, created the association between laying down on the bed and sleeping. Okay, and this has already happened for years and years and years, and currently still ongoing until today. Okay, I've been sleeping on that particular bed, and basically trains my brain to learn that laying down on the bed equals sleeping. Okay, the association has already been made. So that's why every single time I try to study in my bed, I always fail. Okay, after 20 minutes, and the 20-minute session isn't really effective at all because I'm really sleepy whenever I wanted to study. So how do we fix this problem? I believe the solution is to basically create really clear association of places. Where do you want it to be doing something? Where do you want it not to be doing some particular thing? Okay? Where to do something, where not to do something. Basically create on those two rules. So let me ask you one question. Do you really consume food or consume, drink some beverage in your bathroom? Well, I believe the answer is no, right? So why this happens? Okay, because one, like it's gross, but okay, it's gross. But not only that it's gross, you've also been conditioned not to do that for years. Okay, you've been conditioned for years and years and years to associate the bathroom with not eating. And here's the thing, once you've been conditioned for years and years and years, it becomes something natural for you. And we are basically going to apply the same principle in other fields of our life. Wait, I need to see something. Okay, I'm back. So, here's the thing. We are basically going to apply the same principle of clear association in order to help us stay consistent at doing our thing. Okay? So, this is how I fix my struggle of studying consistently using the principle of clear association. So, the solution here is that I set really clear themes for my room. Okay, so for example, the bedroom, I ask myself, what is going to be the theme of my bedroom? The theme of my bedroom is going to be resting and also entertainment. Okay, so anything related to resting, anything related to entertainment, I'm going to be doing it in my bedroom. If I want to sleep and watch some series and also read some comics, well, I do it in my bedroom. And basically, since the theme of my bedroom is going to be resting and entertainment, anything outside of that, like studying and working, is going to be done outside of my bedroom. Why? Because it's simply not the theme of the room. So basically, we are going to be creating themes for a room. So where do I study now? That's the important question, right? Well, I definitely still need to be studying and working, but I do that in another room. And basically, I call this new room the studying room. So the theme of the room is going to be for studying and working, for doing productive stuff, like editing my videos, like writing my scripts, and also for studying a new language, for doing my assignments, doing my college assignments, and so on and so on. Okay? So, basically, since the studying room, the theme of the room is for studying and working, well, anything, things outside of studying and working are going to, you cannot do those things on the studying room because it's simply not the theme of the room. Well, I definitely can still watch some entertainment and I definitely can still have some rest, but not in my studying room. Okay, I can definitely still do that in my bedroom because that's the theme of my bedroom, right? And we can even create even stronger association by giving even more clear association with extra stuff. So for example, we only play some certain music whenever we are exclusively in some specific places. So for example, whenever I'm in my studying room, I always play some video game background music. In my case, I always love Dragon Quest, okay, Dragon Quest 2, Dragon Quest 2 background music. Why? Because in my brain, I already associate Dragon Quest background music with grinding and leveling up. And now, whenever I'm trying to study, Hi. So hello everyone who's watching this live stream. This is gonna be rehearsing for day, sorry, 346 of consistently helping people build consistency. So I believe one of the best way on how you can actually be consistent at doing something is to basically make some really clear themes for your rooms. Okay, so there's this bedroom. Let's say you have a bedroom. The bedroom is for studying, and also for sorry. The bedroom is for resting and for entertainment. And anything outside of resting and entertainment is being done outside of the bedroom. So for example, you create on a new room. Let's say it's called the studying room. Okay, the studying room. So what is the theme of the studying room? Basically, the theme of the studying room is going to be studying and working. So anything related to studying and working, like editing videos, writing some scripts, and also doing some assignments, are going to be done in the studying room. So basically, we are training our brain about the new norms. Every single day we just consistently follow this rule. We create even stronger association between the theme of the room and the activity that are being done within the room. Our brain learns that, the bedroom equals resting and entertainment. The studying room equals studying and working. And there is no studying and working in the bedroom. And there is also no resting and entertainment in the studying room. And once you've got, consistently do this thing for 14 days or 21 days, it might feel as natural as not eating in the bathroom, okay? And when it comes natural, when the association becomes natural. Hello, Mama Ijas. Hello, Andri Bayu, and hello, Manijas, right? So once the association between things, between the activities, the certain activities, and the room that you are doing, the room where you do those particular activity becomes really clear. The association becomes really clear. It becomes natural over time. When it becomes natural, being consistent at doing something feels more automatic. Okay, I'm not saying that you can just be consistent at doing something effortlessly. No, it's definitely still requires some effort. Okay, but well, you still need to put some effort in it too. But definitely it's gonna be way more easier because you already have this really clear association in your brain. It becomes something natural for you. So yeah, thank you for watching.